So, you're rolling, Leslie?
Yes.
Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Right now it feels like I might be interviewed by the cops or something.
Where were you on this?
Isn't it true?
Isn't it true?
I told you about that retreat thing I was involved in this year, right?
You're spiritual. You went to like a monastery.
No, man. It was
Oh, it was like a Traceus thing.
Yeah, I was telling you about, the guys were washing our feet and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
And then so
Is that weird?
It is weird.
Yeah.
And then like in March, I was on the receiving side of it, so they were washing my feet.
Yeah.
In September, I was on the presenting side of it.
Wow.
And so I washed their feet, and I ended up doing.
You wear gloves or no?
No.
Disinfecting soap, I hope.
I ended up doing my witness in front of all these people.
Really?
It was like a prepared presentation.
Yeah.
I had a speechwriter help and everything.
Let me ask you this: what experience do you felt was more impactful, having your feet washed or washing someone's feet?
Doing the service.
Yeah.
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 Then it's the whole experience of the biblical act.
Right.
You know what I mean, and what Jesus was representing there. Which is he's God, but he's a servant.
Yeah. Washing feet.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys introduce? My name is Christian, and I'm the host of this amazing show, and. And sitting with me are two guys who I would say are on the front lines of battling this epidemic, the opiate epidemic, drug addiction, alcoholism. And first off, I thank you guys for your service. And it really is a service. And so why don't you guys introduce yourselves? And
Yeah, I'm Paul, and I'm the owner of 365 Sober Living.
Yeah.
I've been in recovery myself for 7.5 years.
Right.
And Daddy and I have recognized a problem, in this area, and we are out to do whatever we can to help people.
Yeah. Danny?
My name is Danny, and I'm the program director of 365 Sober Living.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an honor and it's a privilege. A lot of people get paid and they look forward to a paycheck every week, and I get paid every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's priceless when I see the change of the fellows, of changing their lives and then reuniting with their family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a paycheck in itself.
Wow.
And that's how I get paid.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah. And then have you? I imagine you've dealt with addiction in your own personal story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a story in itself, and I should not even be here, even talking to you right now.
Wow.
Many times where, didn't have the will to live.
Yeah.
I wake up every day mad and angry at God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I still alive?
Yeah.
I don't want to
Wow.
be, And many times where I came to a point where I tried God in a lot of ways, if He was still there.
Yeah.
And just plenty of times of even wanting to take my own life. And just different things intervened where I'm still here today.
Wow.
I look back at all these things that I have, went through, and there's a reason why I'm here, know. And the way I look at it is, in order for me to live, I have to give it back.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Amen. Yeah, I echo that. I mean, I think when I connect with people is when it makes all the crap of life worth it, right? Because sometimes, doing other things to get paid. And then when you connect with somebody, it's like, okay, that's why. Or I think I got a call recently, somebody in the middle of it, and I took the call and we just talked about it, and I didn't do anything special. And I hung up the phone and I just thought to myself, man, that's why I'm clean. That's why I'm not using, is right there, to have that conversation, to be able to have it authentically and for real, right? I got to stay clean to be able to do that. and it is. It makes it worth it for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So everybody's talked about it. It's been in the media. President's talked about it. Macklemore has done a really amazing song. I think it's called "Drug Dealer," and so this is not like a hidden thing as much as maybe it was in the past. This opiate epidemic here in America, but I think it's not always told from kind of the front lines, which is what you guys are dealing with it every day. And so I went through and I found a bunch of stats. There's a lot of information. A lot of it's from 2014 because they're still collecting stats up to date. But can you guys tell me a little bit about, it's called the Triangle here in Alpharetta, Georgia, and what that is?
It's 3 municipalities here: Alpharetta, Johns Creek, Roswell, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's been going on is, the incidence of heroin addiction is, shooting through the roof in this area. Okay. We see it, in the evidence in the rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're talking about in the rooms. You mean like in your guys' in the programs that you guys are running?
Not well in our network.
Yeah.
Okay. In our recovery network. With our clients. Okay. A good portion of them are addicted to heroin.
So what would you say the percentage of the guys that are in your program right now are opiate addicted?
What do you think?
I'd
50?
say about 98%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, when the crack epidemic came out in the 80s, it was a real big deal.
Yeah.
And then over the years, now it's becoming the heroin now.
Yeah.
And it's being cut with fentanyl. It's another way of the drug dealers making more money off of it. They're cutting it and call it like a hot bag. We call it a hot bag. And the sick thinking in addicts' mind is that, well, if somebody ODs, I want that bag of dope.
Right.
And what happens is they go for it, or they stay clean, abstinent for a while, and they think they use the same amount, and that same amount, they die.
Right. Your body builds up a tolerance as you're using the drug, any drug, or anything, caffeine, and as you use the drug, your body builds a tolerance for it. So when they're in full-blown active addiction, they're using heroin, and maybe they're starting at a low dosage, and then as time goes on, their dosage has to increase to get back to that high they had when they first started. And then when they get clean, they, of course, stop using. And then for those guys that decide to go out and relapse, they go back out and they try and shoot up the same amount of dope that they were using when they quit, which could be 6 months ago or a year ago. And when they do that, their body has already kind of normalized, right?
Yeah.
Right? The physiology of the body is normalized. And so when that drug hits the system, the system's not ready for it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.